Alright, Scene of Sleep here, Vanguard Tutorial, Volume 4. I gained a level since the last time, so I was able to finish maxing out Champion. I switched from Jacob in order to get through the this next portion quicker. Where you're gonna have to do a whole lot of pistol sniping or SMG sniping if you're a Vanguard.
Our warlord is
and
somewhere
it's just easier for me to do warp explosions to kill these guys than it is like it's easier for me to do them because if they're trying to shoot off the shields. There it is. There's a slam warp explosion.
Felt that one.
Which I've noticed are a little harder to do if Miranda is through me. If she's out of your line of sight, it's a lot easier to go ahead and get her to set it off before the slam duration runs out.
Scratch one.
You got it.
You see, I mean, for me it's just easier to do that than to sit there hanging out of cover while everybody is still alive and shooting at you and being forced to wait on Jacob's pull.
One less.
Grabbing cover.
We're compromised.
Attack. Get down life! They're all free!
And here I switched to the pistol because since I don't have Jacob with me right now, I only have level 1 incendiary, so using the shotgun would have been kind of a waste. And what I was trying to do with the Krogans is just get them to the point where they don't have any armor left, and then just charge them off of the platform.
Taking fire. Krogan incoming. Concussive shot ready.
Because Garrus's concussive shot didn't send him far enough to send him off the level.
Krogan incoming!
Watch out!
And that one almost didn't fall off.
And stay down.
Krogan took down the Grunt. We're blind and getting hit on all sides. Where are the heavies?
Alright, now, this next portion, it's gonna be, oh, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different part. Here's what I was talking about earlier, where, it seems to be that if Miranda's right next to you, then, you know, like where she's visible, then it's a lot harder to, get the warp explosions off in time.
Heading to cover.
So, I mean, if you're going to be using the warp explosion tactic with Slam, then I suggest placing Miranda in cover immediately, so that you can go ahead and get her out of your visual range and have warp readily available. Now here, check my radar. There were only 2 guys, which, of course, as I've been saying all along, if it's 3 or less, you should be able to go ahead and charge them with impunity. See, and that right there is what I like about Slam. It doesn't interfere with charge gameplay. Like, I was able to set up a warp bomb and almost immediately charge the 2 guys that were on the side there. And then here, I thought about setting up a warp explosion, but I noticed that there were 2 enemies on health, and I could just go ahead and charge one off the map. So there was no point in waiting for warp to get off the cooldown. Just another thing that charge is really handy for is just flat out throwing guys off the map. Now here, I probably should have waited a little longer, just because it's better to wait until those 2 guys are a little closer to each other to charge. But otherwise, it's pretty much going according to plan, you know. And he's gonna get charged off the map. So yeah, I charged her instead of charging the first guy because she was already set up right next to cover. They're just making a little use of concussive shot. It's not completely worthless.
Can't get a lock.
And there is using charge to retreat. There were 2 guys coming right for me, but from looking at the radar, I knew there were 2 people back there. So I just went ahead and charged out of a bad situation into a good situation, because even though the heavies have rocket launchers, they have a lot less health than everybody else do. So it's really easy to kill them.
Concentrate fire on my position. Concentrate on.
I don't know why I didn't fast forward here earlier. I don't know why it took so long, but it is what it is. Here's another section that I've done before for another video, but again, I try to show the radar a couple times just to show that you don't need to know the layout of the level forward and backwards. If you're looking at your radar and you're following the techniques that I'm talking about, flanking guys, charging guys towards the rear, charging guys next to cover, you're going to be going in much the same order that I'm already going in. Now, here, you could probably keep charging towards the other side and skip some enemies by going past spawn points, but I wanted to kill these guys. Because I mean, while it's easy to do to skip spawn points with a vanguard, honestly I'd rather not do it more often than not. I don't mind skipping a couple guys, but I don't like skipping large sections of the games. It almost feels like I'm exploiting the system.
Be right there.
You got it.
I mean, not that there's anything, you know, inherently wrong with that. It's just me. It's a playstyle preference. I don't mind skipping some guys, but I don't like skipping huge sections at a time. So yeah, and then there it is again. Miranda's in front of me, and it seems to delay. It's not that it delays her reaction time. It's just, I guess, if she's shooting in front of you and you can see her, then they actually have to show the casting animation. Whereas if she's out of eyesight, then it doesn't matter if she's shooting because the engine knows it doesn't have to run the animation, and you can get your warp set off immediately instead of having to wait for the animation to finish. So I mean, once again, if you're going to be using slam and warp in conjunction for warp explosions, you're gonna want to try and place Miranda behind cover as fast as you can, so that she's out of eyesight and she'll have those explosions readily available. Now, this last part,
Understood.
once again, I only have the level 1 incendiary, so I'm using the heavy pistol for the berserkers, and then switching to the shotgun. And I'm aware that you can just charge Ghidorah to start with, and pretty much end the battle before it starts, because once Ghidorah is dead, then the Krogans will stop spawning. But since I'm trying to play from the perspective of someone who doesn't have full knowledge of the map, then I thought I would be better served by just not charging her until it became, you know, a strategic thing to charge her, where she's by herself behind cover, and the Emir mech couldn't really hit me from where I was at the time. So then it became more of a strategic thing instead of a kill Ghidorah to stop the spawns, gaming the game kind of thing. If you're wondering why I stopped using the grenade launcher, it's just that since I haven't been getting any SMG upgrades, and I'm still using the Shuriken, I tend to just use the heavy weapons only for shields, and then go ahead and switch to the pistol for everything else, for the armor. That way I don't waste all my heavy weapon ammo and I have some available in case of emergencies.
Watch out! Alarms in the lab. Damn it, what's Okia doing back there?
And anyway, that's the end of Volume 4. Let's go to recruitment.
Remaining lab systems are unprotected.